What's up, my Central Unit? It's the Central Man here, so back again with another classic WWE pay-per-view review. 2005, the best years in the Ruthless Aggression era, new up-and-coming stars, best pay-per-views, best rivalries. So, in the history of this segment on this channel, I did do a lot of WWE pay-per-view reviews of that year, reviewing One Night Stand of 2005, No Mercy of that year. The last 2005 WWE pay-per-view review I did was reviewing WrestleMania 21. So, keeping this trend going, I'm going to review WWE Vengeance of 2005 at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada on the 26th of June 2005. The attendance for the show was 9,805, and the buy rate for Vengeance of '05 was a 420,000 pay-per-view buys, a good increase from the 2004 Vengeance show that got about 240,000 pay-per-view buys, because the main event of Vengeance of 2004, Chris Benoit defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H. It was built around Eugene. Anyway, so Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, and the coach, Jonathan Coachman, on commentary. This is the first pay-per-view after the 2005 draft. I think it was still continuing until I think it was like August of '05. The end of the draft. Anyway, so the first match to kick off Vengeance of 2005, we got the Intercontinental Championship match between Carlito versus Shelton Benjamin. No build to this because Carlito got drafted to Raw from SmackDown. On the go-home show to Raw, he defeated Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a little bit of deja vu because Carlito's first match in WWE was against John Cena on a SmackDown, and he beat him for the United States Championship. So yeah, Carlito won against Cena on his first match on SmackDown, and then 1 year later he defeated Shelton Benjamin on his first match on Raw to win another championship. Anyway, so this opener was good for what it is. Nothing really special. A good time with it. It was about 60 minutes. In the end, you had Carlito kind of like cheated, kind of ripped off one of the turnbuckle pads. Benjamin was going for like a stinger splash, but Carlito got out of the way. Benjamin crashed into the exposed turnbuckle. Carlito rolled Benjamin up to win this match and retain the IC title. It makes sense because he won the belt on the Raw before Vengeance, and Benjamin held that belt for months because he defeated Chris Jericho for the title at Taboo Tuesday, and then hold the belt until losing to Carlito on a Raw before Vengeance in '05. Carlito will hold the belt until September of that year. He lost the belt to Ric Flair at Unforgiven. So he had like a 3-month run with the title. Anyway, so the next match we got Christy Hemme versus Victoria. The typical women's feud of that time period, fighting over the cover of Playboy. You had Victoria in this rivalry kind of smashed like a glass bottle. It wasn't a glass bottle, it's basically this glass object in the back of the head of Christy Hemme to set up this match on this pay-per-view. I cover a lot of Christy Hemme matches on this segment on this channel. She cannot fucking work. I'm sorry, it's the truth. The 6-person tag team match at No Mercy, she botched like a hurricanrana. She can't pin properly. She pinned her opponent on her side. And then, WrestleMania 21 against Trish Stratus, she did alright, but she only good for doing kicks. She did like a really good reverse twist of fate. She cannot work. She's there for eye candy. She's there for the looks. Yeah, the eye candy, the attention. But she's not here for the wrestling. If Trish cannot carry Christy to a good match, it's the same with Victoria. She cannot carry Christy Hemme to a good match. She's just cannot adapt her craft. So in the end, she did a botch hurricanrana or a botch roll up onto Victoria. In the end, she was going for like a a sun flip roll up, but instead Victoria countered it and won this match. And that's it. That's it. You know. As for Christy Hemme, they put a lot of baskets in the. They're trying to give her the mega push, but instead it was a massive flop for WWE. You know, she kind of left the company at the end of 2005. You know, she did all right. Her best thing to done was go on to TNA to be a ring interviewer, a ring announcer. I think she had some matches in TNA. I don't know. I haven't really saw her matches in TNA. You know, anyway, she was more like a personality than a wrestler. Anyway, this was like I think she debuted. I think it was '06. I think it's just before the Knockouts division was formed. Anyway, so the next match we got Edge versus Kane. So yeah, the build up to this, Edge is the Money in the Bank winner because he won the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania. Kane was in a relationship with Lita, so they did this Gold Rush tournament on Raw. This match between Kane versus Edge. Lita kind of turned on Kane, cost Kane the match. So you had Lita said to Kane, I don't really love you. You're twisted. I think you had this segment on Raw. Edge and Lita got married, and then Kane crashed the wedding and Tombstone the Priest. This match was okay, and the fans were booing Edge and Lita. They were chanting, "You screwed Matt, we want Matt." This was at the time, I said in my 2005 One Night Stand review that because Edge and Lita had a real life affair, because Lita was in a relationship with Matt Hardy. I'll explain more details if I review WWE SummerSlam of 2005. Anyway, this match was an okay match, to be honest. It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't like great. It was mostly punches and kicking. You had Kane trying to. I think he was going for chokeslam Lita, but instead trying to choke Lita. And then you got Jin Snitsky interfered. I don't know why, because it must be a throwback to the rivalry between him and Kane from 2004, when Snitsky accidentally attacked Lita to cause the miscarriage of their baby. I think Snitsky came back from her rumors, reports that Snitsky suffered a blood clot in his stomach. Anyway, Kane was about to chokeslam Snitsky. Edge tried to hit Kane with a briefcase, but he accidentally hit Snitsky instead. Kane chokeslammed Edge to win this match. Trying to keep the rivalry going. They had the blow off on a Raw. I think it was on a stretcher match. And after that, they move on to the real life, a really on and off screen rivalry between Edge and Matt Hardy. Okay, and then we got Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. This is their rematch from WrestleMania 21. It was still a good, awesome match, but I think the WrestleMania 21 match was way better, because sometimes sequels are never good than the first one. Anyway, so what a good match, the total good emotion. I feel like one more of the match, Angle really German suplex Shawn Michaels onto an announce table. Didn't broke, and I think it landed on his head, Shawn Michaels' head. That got like a holy shit chant. Shawn Michaels kicked out the Angle slam. Angle kicked out the switching music. Angle trying to lock in the ankle lock, the same submission hold that he made Shawn Michaels tapped out at WrestleMania. This time, I think Shawn Michaels reached the ropes. Shawn Michaels had a bad spiel. He, Angle back body dropped Shawn Michaels out of the ring. That really caused Shawn Michaels to tweak his knee. In the end, Angle was going for like a high-flying maneuver, but Shawn Michaels hit like a switching music out of nowhere to win this match. It's a damn shame they never really did a blow-off. I think they did a blow-off in an October episode of Raw, the Raw Hulk Hogan episode. And that's it. They should have really done this on a pay-per-view. They should have done this at SummerSlam, in my opinion, because Angle fought Eugene for his gold medals, and Shawn Michaels fought Hulk Hogan. I wonder if they saved Hulk Hogan until WrestleMania 22 instead of Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon. That's my 2 cents, but they should have done this at SummerSlam. The blow off to the rivalry. Anyway, so you got this crappy segment on Raw. I'm trying to keep it short. not Raw, but on this pay-per-view, sorry. You had Lillian Garcia and Viscera. Garcia did a song. You know, Lillian's a good singer. She's sung a love romantic song and trying to propose to Viscera to marry her. Then you got Godfather and his hoes. And basically, like, Viscera dumping Lillian Garcia for one of Godfather's hoes. And, you know, basically riding on the hoe train. This is completely stupid. Why they did this on a pay-per-view that people spend money? Why could they just done this on Raw? You know, pay-per-view, not pay-per-views, segments in pay-per-views never work because this type of segment it was belong on a Raw or SmackDown, whatever weekly wrestling show you're watching. So it never went anywhere, you know, and, you know, Viscera's gimmick was just a rip-off version of Mark Henry's sexual chocolate gimmick in the Attitude Era. Anyway, the next match, we got a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. John Cena defended the belt against Chris Jericho and Christian. This was after when John Cena got drafted to Raw from SmackDown as the WWE Champion. You know, at the time, Cena was still beloved by everyone. And I think Christian was taking some jabs at John Cena because he was kind of slowly getting out of the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick, the rapper gimmick, calling him like a rip-off version of Ali G, and he called him a poser. You know, Cena did like he gave Christian a middle finger. Yeah, and then they had a match on Raw between Jericho and Cena versus Christian and Tonko. That led to Chris Jericho turned heel to set up this match on the pay-per-view. A lot of brawling between Cena and Jericho. And then you could kind of like Jericho and Christian were in cahoots, beating down John Cena to really get some heat. This match was good, an awesome match. You had the building Christian as this serious threat of the championship. I feel like one more in the match, Cena hit like a FU. I think it was on Christian. No, I think he hit on Jericho outside of the ring. Anyway, yeah, they made Christian as a serious threat for this title. Yeah, Tonko interfered. I think he interfered 3 times. He hit Cena with I think it was a clothesline, and Christian was about to pin Cena, but Cena kicked out. In the end, Cena hit the FU onto Christian to win this match and retain the title. It just set up the John Cena Chris Jericho match at SummerSlam. I think it was the last time Cena will get beloved. After that, he will slowly get booed by the male demographic. For Christian, it's a damn shame. He never touched the WWE title ever again, because Christian was getting so over with the Pete gimmick. He get drafted to SmackDown after that, didn't do nothing. And then, you know, it's really, after this rivalry, after this match at Vengeance, you know, Jericho took some time off, not just in WWE, but in pro wrestling, to focus on his band Fozzy, and Christian have a good run in TNA. So, moving on to the main event, we got Batista versus Triple H in the Hell in the Cell match. You know, Batista defeated Triple H for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania, retained the title at Backlash, so this is the blow-off to the feud. And this was very violent, you know, because Triple H bled, Batista bled, and they used like a chain. You know, Triple H choked Batista with a chain. They used a barbed wire chair. I feel like Triple H DDT Batista on the chair. Batista bled. It was a really violent match, and the most violent thing, Triple H was going for like a high fly maneuver. Batista kind of hit Triple H in the throat with the sledgehammer, and Triple H kind of coughed up blood. He coughed up blood. He's like, it's so gruesome. It's really funny that 3 years later, WWE went PG and it banned blood. In the end, Batista spine buster Triple H onto the steel steps, hit the Batista bomb onto Triple H to win this match and retain the world title, and to end the rivalry. He won the rivalry after that. And this is the last time they fought 1-1 until their match at WrestleMania 35 last year, really a decade and a half later. So after that, you know, Triple H took some time off, feud with Ric Flair, and Batista went on SmackDown, become the face of SmackDown, and he went on to feud with JBL in matches at the Great American Bash and the SummerSlam. The SummerSlam. Anyway, so my final rating for Vengeance of 2005, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Like the last review I did was Payback 2013. That was a good stack show. Vengeance 05 was another stack show, man. So you had Angle versus Shawn Michaels, the WrestleMania 21 rematch, the triple threat match between Cena, Jericho, and Christian. The opener was good, and also the Hell in a Cell match between Batista versus Triple H in the Hell in a Cell match. The thumbs of the middle match, I put it with Edge and Kane because it was an alright match because the storyline was good. It was better than the Backlash match 1 year ago. The bad on this show has to be Christy Hemme Victoria, and the segment between Lee and Garcia, Viscera, The Godfather. It was just not necessary. They should have took it off from the pay-per-view. They should have done it on Raw instead of doing it on a pay-per-view that people spending a lot of money. So that's my review of That's my review of Vengeance. Vengeance of 2005. Hope you like it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. So next time, let's go to the 90s again. So a couple months ago, I did a review of King of the Ring 1993, the very first King of the Ring pay-per-view in WWE history. So let's go to the following year's pay-per-view. I'm talking about King of the Ring 1994. This is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.